Retention ponds and rain gardens are another tool used to manage stormwater, but in this case, they are a way to keep the stormwater on the site. Why would you want to keep stormwater on a site? There's a number of reasons. One is that it will protect against water pollution, right, and against debris being carried off site to the nearby rivers and lakes and water system. All right, so if your site is polluted or has debris, right, which many of them are, we're in building urban areas. All right, you want to keep that pollution and debris on your site and not send it out into the local watershed. These tools will also allow stormwater time to infiltrate and be absorbed into the groundwater system. This will recharge the natural groundwater and the aquifers. All right, so using detention and retention ponds and rain gardens are part of the best management practices. So they are often required by different municipalities, and they are a good part of sustainable design, and so would fit neatly into a LEED or CITES program. So let's take a look at a couple of examples here. We have a retention pond, and what this is catching the stormwater as it naturally flows down the hill and providing a place for it to collect and sit until it infiltrates the ground. There's a subtle difference between detention and retention ponds, and the difference is what they do with the water after it's collected. Right? A detention pond is designed to temporarily store stormwater runoff. Right? It will then slowly release it until it's completely drained. So it's going to have an outlet of some kind. A retention pond is typically designed to permanently hold the water, so it might not have an outlet structure. Right? So if you see water sitting right, in an area, for example, a pond, right, that's going to be a retention pond as opposed to a detention pond. A retention pond can be an amenity. Right? Maybe it's aesthetic, maybe it's recreational, right? And it also can be a habitat for some wildlife. A bioswale is another tool for retaining water on the site. Right? We've already talked about swales, which will direct water where you want them to go. Bioswales will do the same. It will direct the water, but slower. It's designed to move the water slowly in the direction that you want, allowing most of it to percolate into the soil. But if you get too much water, if there's a heavy storm, it will still direct the water to another solution. Bioswales and rain gardens are very similar, all right? They're both meant to collect the water, and there's plantings, all right, to slow that water down and allow it to percolate into the soil. What's the difference? The bioswales will direct that water along a linear path, all right, and it eventually will go somewhere. The rain garden is meant for the water to collect in that one location. It doesn't lead to a different location, right? It's more like a bowl than a path.